Guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the global lab patch that just hit today. So we're going to go over the new artifacts. There's also new Lifeskill Quests. There's some UI improvements, other changes, and one class change for Ninja. So we're going to start at the bottom. The two big changes in this patch is going to be life skilling stuff, the Lightstones and everything. So we're saving that for last. UI improvements. There's some stuff here. You can now put on your lovely underwear in your mansions, so we all know where that is heading. Sign me up for the ERP get-togethers. The cooking and alchemy stuff here in the whenever you're doing like a cook or alchemy, you have a list of all your recipes. Now it will do the newest one at the top, so you'll be able to easier access the cooking recipe from the preset that you're already using. It's a very nice change. It's gonna push the bad recipes or whatever down to the bottom. It would be really nice if there's a way to delete old recipes that you didn't like. Let's say you put in a wrong number of materials in a recipe. It succeeded once and then it failed. That one is still safe there. It would be super cool if you could delete it, but this is a step in the right direction, keeping the newest ones at the top. Right, and then that's pretty much it for the changes there. We got other changes here. Nothing major except they're adding on the Black Spirit 100% when you're doing hunting. You can use it on the F key. They're just adding that as a text. Monster changes to the new region. We don't have it yet, so these doesn't affect us. We'll just get the final version eventually. We're gonna skip those. Some changes to the party loot. Basically, the distance from the players allows you to better be able to use the party loot function if you're using it when grinding. There's nothing major here, really. The bug fixes is all minor things, just normal stuff that happens. The only thing that is kind of big is when you're Guru 1 hunting, as we saw in the previous patch, you get another shot in your match log. But there's a bug that you don't get that shot if you're on horseback, but that is getting fixed. Class changes, it's quick. The big thing here is they're changing the Black Spirit. So when you're lower level and you're leveling or getting into the game, and you take out the Black Spirit, it stops the mobs from attacking you. It's only for a set amount of time, so you can't go AFK all day in a bunch of mobs. You can't abuse this, say, to stand in a group and getting EXP levels. It's only for a fixed amount of time where you will not pull aggro from monsters. They're looking to expand this potentially if they don't find any abuses with it. So we could, in the future, see this at high level grind spots. We could go AFK, take a sip of the coffee by opening the Black Spirit, and still be safe so we don't have to run away from the mobs. Really cool change, actually. Hopefully it works. And PA, if you're listening, make it so buffs don't expire while you have the Black Spirit open. So when this is in effect and you have the Black Spirit open and you get like those maybe 5 minutes of de-aggro, if you could do it so the buffs doesn't run while that would be absolutely amazing. Other than that, for actual class changes, there's only a bug with some sound from Ninja. That is it. Still nothing of balance for PvP. None of that stuff. Hopefully soon. Now, let's go back to the top. What did we get this patch? Well, previously we got the artifacts and luminous stones added on global. They are out in Korea and it is official. They are coming out in NA and EU and potentially the rest of the world on March 2nd. So here we got a roadmap of the things to come, the different events and stuff like that. March 2nd, Artifacts Lightstone update is coming out to life. We're really excited about that one. I'm looking forward to it. So now on Global Lab, they are adding Lifeskill Lightstones and artifacts. Previously, it was only combat stats, like damage reduction, monster damage reduction, accuracy, loot drops, and all that. Today, we got the Lifeskill stuff. And I'm expecting and hoping that we're also going to get the Lifeskill versions on March 2nd. So what did we actually get? The TLDR on this one here is there's going to be artifacts. These are the one you're seeing here that will have either general life skill experience or general life skill mastery, 3%, 7% on the artifacts. Or if you want to go a specific life skill, it will give you 5% to that specific life skill or 10 mastery. So you could potentially get either from the artifacts alone, 10% gathering EXP or 20 cooking mastery. That's the artifacts, but we're also going to be putting something in those artifacts. There's different ways of getting the different stones this time around. It's going to be from life skill activities you can get them. There's also going to be a way of turning in your golden reward seals from the worker supervisor, 10,000 pieces. Now, we don't know if this is going to be a new version or if you can use the saved up stones or seals that you have from having workers running throughout the years. There's a good chance we can use the old seals, so I'm pretty excited about that. For me personally, that has a full worker empire, I will be able to make around 28 random stones. So even for somebody like me that has a lot saved up, it's not a lot, but it is something. It gives some value to these worker seals. So that's pretty cool. On top of that, the way you purify them, basically identify the stones, is the same as with the combat ones. You either pay 20 million silver to an NPC, or you use an alchemy recipe, but you need to be Guru 1 Alchemist or above to be able to use the recipe. But everyone will be able to just pay 20 million per stone to get it identified into a random Lightstone at an NPC. Right. Here we go. So there's also going to be some quests added. It seems that you need to be able to do the new region to unlock these quests. And these quests will be able to give you your introduction level, your first relic, but also some of your first Lightstones. It's basically a quest line, different quests you can do to get like a jump start on it. Otherwise, you would have to get them from drop from gathering, or you can also get them when you're doing Imperial tournaments and stuff like that. That's the quest line. Pretty cool. Okay, so the different Lightstones we see here for the life skilling one, they give, again, the stones will give you either general EXP, general mastery, or specific EXP and specific mastery. With the artifacts, if you're not familiar with them, every artifact has 2 crystal slots. So if you're going for a specific setup, you will need 3 to 4 specific crystals to do it, but you still gain the effect of the stones. So when we're going to look at the different combos you can get, remember that you will also, on top of the combo effect, get the artifact bonus and the bonus from the specific crystals you have in the artifacts. Right. Here we go. We got some of the different combos. There is, again, some similar ones, but there's also some really exciting and crazy life skill combos. So we have the general one here, 70% EXP. That's for all life skills, with also 3% from the stone here and 3 here. So that would be 23% total, plus potential 6% more from the artifacts. So you can get up to 29% EXP to all life skills with a full-on combo for that. Now, I do want to put a note in here. To make these life skill artifacts, you will need, some cases, a combat version. So the Lightstone of Wind, I'll leave a link in the description so you can check out where and how to get these. This one here you get from combat, killing and grinding. You'll be able to buy these on the marketplace at some point, surely. Same with the chromatic stones. But it doesn't look like you'll be able to make all the settings by only life skilling. You'll have to buy some or get them from grinding potentially. Now, the chromatic Lightstone, important to note, when we get this update on March 2nd, the only way to get the chromatic Lightstones, which is used for all the best setups, is grinding in the winter region, which we don't have, or from doing bosses. So you can get them from doing rift bosses, world bosses, scrolls, if you have your weekly scrolls and stuff like that. So a little tip would be to save up your scrolls, your boss scrolls, but also having all your rifts ready when we get this update on March 2nd, so you can run them right away. Maybe you get lucky and get a chromatic lightstone, so you can start preparing for those really, really good combos. Now, there's a lot of here. I'm gonna link in the description for all these, so you can check them out. I'm just gonna highlight some of the ones I think is really, really cool and to keep an eye out for. Of course, you have all the EXP and the mastery stuff, but you also have some more fun one down here. And we're gonna take a look at those real quick. So for this one here, 10% increased gathering. So think about this like having alchemy stone on when you're gathering, or fig pies and stuff like that. More materials when you're doing gathering, plus energy recovery, EXP and mastery, really crazy for that. You have some fishing stuff here, fishing time reduction. I'm getting this one here for whenever we have fishing events. You don't really care about catching the large fish or stuff like that, but doing fishing events, you want to get that fishing reduction to get more catches of spirit pouches and things like that. It's going to be really, really cool to have one of these in the bags for fishing events in the future. Rare stuff and all that. We have some hunting ones here with critical hit chance and also potential attack speed and all that. Normally people will be putting potions, etc. to get these to level 5. Great for that. These are going to be really, really good for hunting. This one here is probably going to be the one everyone is talking about. This is by far the most broken one of all the Lightstones. It's really good for cooking. Now the thing about this, the mastery, the weight and everything is great, but this one right here, it means, so to put it into perspective, it means that if you're using your Manners outfit, which doesn't give your cooking reduction, you can get your cook down to 4 seconds using what's called slow cooking. And people do that for profit value. You get more procs and higher output from your input. Now with a -2 second on a 4 second cooking, it means you can get twice as many cooks done. So potentially the silver per hour would be doubled. It doesn't sound like a lot getting -2 seconds on a 4 second, but it's literally doubling your silver per hour. Now, obviously you could run out of materials, so you still end up with the same sort of value of your input on your output, but you do it a lot quicker. This one here is going to be game changing for cooking. It is definitely the one to get if you're doing any sort of cooking. Absolutely crazy. But the alchemy version, it's the same. However, the alchemy outfit already got minus alchemy time on it. So this one actually does nothing. If you're doing alchemy with a Manners outfit, you already have a 1 second cook timer. So this is literally useless. Unfortunately, we can still hope they change this around. Maybe give us the 10 procs on Alchemist. You have other really, really cool stuff here. We got processing increases, mount EXP. This one here I know is really cool for the sailing boys. Sailing EXP, trade EXP, and also sailing mastery 45. Plus, remember, all of these out here. Another one to keep an eye out for is energy recovery +3. I'm foreseeing this one to be one of those I want to get ASAP. It's going to be great for gathering if you don't need the mastery or the life skills. You will be able, with the mastery chains that we saw last week, to actually get 2000 gathering mastery with pin tool, pin chest, full TED manners at Guru 6. Normally you would need all that in Guru 28 gathering to get 2k mastery. So a lot of people, me included, will be able to not care about mastery for gathering, and also not for EXP, because we're capped, we don't need more, right? So this one here is definitely going to be one I'm going to go for. Really, really cool and exciting one. You also have some interesting ones here with -500 mastery, but also +35 EXP. Very, very niche situations. They'll be useful for specific life skills if you're going for it. I've been told that at least for training, mastery is kind of irrelevant. I don't do training. So the EXP gain is going to be super valuable for that. Processing, I could definitely see using myself also. Now, about these changes here, I do want to tie a quick note with the gathering level I just talked about. They did, well, I don't have it open here, but they did put out in the patch notes last week that they're looking for ways to improve the value for the people with really high mastery that, well, don't have a need for it anymore after adding that 150 in base levels up to Group 20. So don't sell all your stuff just yet, even if you are 2k mastery. They might be putting out more stuff for the higher levels. Maybe they're going to increase the level caps past 2k now. We'll see. It's definitely going to be a lot easier also with these artifacts to hit those 2k masteries on gathering and potentially other life skills as well. Right. There is also here. You can do an Imperial Delivery reward has been added. You can receive this quest with a low probability when handing in Imperial Delivery. So horse training or cooking or stuff like that. And it will give you an relic or a Lightstone if you complete it. So this seems to be something that just automatically happens, something you can do when you're doing your life skills anyway, a way of getting relics and or Lightstones by life skilling. They're also updating some quests. For the quest here, they're adding some weekly quests. This is the most important thing for this. There's going to be a weekly quest for all the different life skills here, and you can do, I think, only one of them. By doing the quest, you're going to get 3 flower moss petals. With those, you can go down here, and you can turn them in with an item you buy from a vendor and using a loot scroll. If you can only do 1 per week or 3 per week, we don't know exactly yet. It's hard with the translations. I'm expecting to be able to do 3 of these transformations per week. Now, what do you get by using the petal and turning it into with the vendor item and a loot scroll? You get this one up here. You get a mastery scroll. It's going to give you 100 mastery and 20 EXP for life skilling. It is the life skill mastery scroll that is already in the game. It's just a new version and a weekly way you can attain these. So this is going to give you life skillers out there a way of turning your loot scrolls that you don't use because you don't grind into life skill mastery scrolls that you can then use for your mastery over time. Hopefully we'll be able to do all 3, but time will tell. We don't currently know if they stack with the life skill mastery scrolls in the game. There are 2 different versions of the mastery scroll in game at the moment, and those 2 versions actually do stack. We do not know yet if this is going to be one or the other version or if they stack with anything. So time will tell on that. Hopefully they do stack, but we'll see. There's also going to be a weekly quest, and the weekly quest is for different levels. You're going to be able to get some different traces and things like that. The more interesting ones are going to be for alchemy and cooking. There's going to be a daily quest. For cooking, you can turn in 50 boxes. Guru is the highest. It's going to give you an advanced cooking tool and a condiment box. And also you can choose between 150 milk or 300 eggs. This is a daily quest. So if you're doing Imperial, you're going to do this automatically every single day. No problem, no extra steps needed. In the box, you can get 50 pepper, hot pepper, garlic, or onion at a random chance. For alchemy, there is also a quest for this, but you need to be making 100 oils of any of the types. And you're going to be getting a tool. You're going to get a trace box. We don't know how many traces there are in the box. I'm hoping 50. I'm expecting 5. And you can also choose 30 other fruit. There's different quests for all the different stuff. You can get 100 tokens and all that. And that is pretty much it. Guys, I hope you like this rundown here. If you want the full discussion and the deep dives, we do these every Friday on my enhancing stream. And you can check out the VOD, or maybe show up next Friday as well. We normally go way deeper. This is just a quick rundown and summary. I hope you still enjoyed it. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. I'll catch you in the next one. So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference.
sipping, I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm